I just hired a CEO to replace me. After 10 years of building, Bootstrapped, no investors, and I'm handing it all over. Everyone says software as a service is dead. The market is saturated. AI means anybody can build software now, and they're probably right. But they're missing something critical that I discovered in a recording studio as a kid. Focus changes everything. Here's what I think most people get wrong about doing great work. They think more is better. More projects, more responsibilities, more opportunities. But there's a cost to divided attention, and therefore most people never reach their full potential. I was running circle.cloud and WeUC at the same time. 2 companies, 1 brain. The signal was getting lost in the noise. So I made a decision. Focus on one thing. Going all in on the work that puts me in a state of flow. And it all started with a memory from when I was around 15. When I was a kid, I set up a recording studio in my home in Spain. Nothing fancy, some basic equipment, a computer, a guitar, a drum kit. I think I had some microphones, and I think I was using Cool Edit at the beginning. And then I went to Fruity Loops and Cubase, and then at the end Pro Tools. I learned the software. I was figuring out the chords, figuring out how music worked. And one day, with enough practice, I realized I could actually make music. Not play other people's songs, but make something that just didn't exist before. I started spending hours in that studio, recording, layering, mixing. I would start a track one day, record into the night, and go to school the next day and show all my friends. And watching their faces as they listened to my music it's just so special. I had crafted something from nothing, and now other people were experiencing it, and I was completely locked in. I was in what I recognize now as a state of flow. Years later, I had a similar experience and I was DJing. Those moments when the dance floor is full and you just know exactly what to play next and you're just flowing. The songs just come to you, no thinking, just doing. The perfect song, perfect moment every time. Then I felt it again when I was building Circle.cloud. Right at the beginning, when I was building the website, making the terms and conditions, I was just locked in and I could be doing it for hours. That feeling of flow, as being in a state of flow, I think only happens when you're really locked in, but also when you really love what you do. When you have a passion for the craft. And when you're focused only on one thing. I now feel this when I build software, either by myself or with the team. But somewhere along the way, I stopped feeling it as often. And I think it's because I was doing too many things at once. Everyone says AI has democratized software creation, and they're right, to a point. Tools like Replit, Lovable, Cursor, Claude Code, they're really impressive. Anyone can build a prototype in hours instead of months. The barrier to entry has just collapsed. But here's what most people miss. You still need to understand software to be able to build something properly. The gap between prototype and production is just enormous. Now, I'm not a developer. I never actually learned how to code the way that a developer normally would. You could say I'm a vibe coder. I'm a pretty good vibe coder, but that's it. When it comes to bringing an app into production, I think you still need those professionals around you. People who really truly understand how to architect software for real-world use. I remember with the scheduler, I vibe coded the beginning of it, and then I sat down with one of our lead developers, and he was pulling his hair out because he was trying to restructure the architecture and the structure of the application, and then he handed it back to me to do some more vibe coding, and I continued from there. But I think you need those expertise to be able to structure things properly so that you can continue on foundations that are strong. Building a demo is one thing, but scaling it so it can handle real users, real data, real edge cases, that's something different. When a code base is entirely AI generated, developers really struggle to get their head around the structure because the structure is different to what they're used to, and the style and the patterns is all different. Often it's inconsistent and often messy. With Evalua, for example, that I vibe coded at the beginning of it, the developer that took on the project decided to rewrite it from scratch. It was easier for him to do that than to adapt to what I vibe coded. But this is not a criticism of AI tools. We use them extensively in WeUC. I use them and the developers use them too. Claude Code is integral to our workflow, but we use it as a tool to amplify human understanding, not replace it. Steve Jobs called a computer a bicycle for the mind. I think AI is like a rocket ship for the mind, but a rocket ship that still needs a pilot who understands navigation. The people who will win in AI, I don't think are the ones that outsource everything to AI. It will be the ones who understand how to use AI to really move faster, how to use it as a tool. Craft plus acceleration. I think that's where the real advantage is. Let me show you what I'm truly focused on now. I spent the last 10 years building Circle.cloud, a telecoms company. We're almost at 20 million in revenue now and no outside investment, completely bootstrapped. And we sell phone systems, a good phone system. But I always knew that we could do it better. So 4 years ago, we started building our own telephone system, our own unified communications platform, and we called it WeUC. And we now have a team of 20 people working on a product that I believe is truly incredible. Simple to use, intuitive, beautifully designed, and just feature-rich but without the bloat. We've been using it internally for months, and we're now ready to start onboarding customers. And I've hired a CEO to run Circle.cloud so that I can focus entirely on this. But WeUC, the phone system, isn't the only product. We have Evalua, the AI call analytics tool that I was telling you earlier. We have the scheduler for telemarketers or telephone agents to book appointments on behalf of field agents. We have Ringup, an AI voice agent that's coming soon. And more will follow. But why am I telling you this? Because going all in means going all in. Not splitting attention between running a telecoms company and building a software business. Not trying to be CEO of two things at once, but focusing, increasing the signal, reducing the noise. Many are telling me this is risky, walking away from a company of 100 employees that I built over the last 10 years to focus entirely on software. Crazy. But I've never made decisions, big decisions, based on what people say or what looks safe. I make decisions based on what feels right. I trust my gut on most things, and nothing has ever felt more right than this. Let me explain why. Software should be beautiful. Not just the interface, but the code as well. It should never get in the way of productivity. It should facilitate progress, flow like water, be capable but simple, well designed from the front to the back. The code base, which only our developers see, should be elegant. It should be the minimum amount of code to do the job. It should be well structured, well documented. Software must be built properly, built well, with extremely high standards. In fact, everything that you do, you should have high standards. And this comes across in the final product. Even though customers might not see half of it, they feel it. People who care about the craft historically are obsessed over the invisible details. Steve Jobs made sure that every single computer inside was as beautiful as the outside. He even got part of the team of the Mac to sign the inside of the computer on an early model that they did. Watchmakers polish internal details of the watch that may be hidden for decades. Architects design the foundations with the same care as they do for the front of the buildings. There's something profound about that approach. When you care about the parts that people never see, it elevates everything. Too much software today is built to ship fast and fix later. Minimum viable products that stay minimum forever. Technical debt that just keeps accumulating without intention. I want to build the opposite. Software where every layer has been considered. Where efficiency and elegance are not afterthoughts. Where the foundation is as solid as the surface. And this takes focus, real focus, not divided attention. It requires genuine skill from the whole team and genuine care. But at the end, it produces something amazing, something worth using, something that improves lives instead of adding friction, something I can be proud of. And that's why I hired somebody to run Circle.cloud. Not because I'm running away from it, but because I'm running towards the work that puts me in the state of flow the most. That is the work that deserves my full attention. Here's what I come to understand. That feeling as a teenager making music, the flow I experienced DJing sometimes, and the immersion when I was building my first company, those were not random moments. Those were signals, indicators of what work I should be doing and how I should be doing it, with focus, not fragmentation. Building software gives me that same feeling, that complete focus, total engagement, the sense that I am doing exactly what I should be doing. And I think you can't fake that, you can't manufacture that. It either exists or it doesn't. And when it exists, when you find work that really puts you in that state of flow, that's when the best output happens. The Japanese call it Ikigai, and it's defined as the intersection of four things: what the world needs, what you can be paid for, what you're good at, and what you truly love to do. And when those four circles overlap, that's when you really find your purpose. And that is where the flow state lives. That's when you have the energy to work 18-hour days and still feel excited. That's when you can push through the statistics and the skeptics and the sensible advice. Everyone tells me software as a service or SaaS is dying. And maybe they're right about the trends. But I'm not building it for trends. I'm building it for me because I love the craft. Everyone tells me the odds are against me, and maybe that is statistically accurate. But statistics describe populations, not individuals. I've already built one company to where it is today, and I know what I'm really capable of if I truly focus. Everyone tells me AI changes everything, and it does. But it changes it in favor of the people that are using it right as a tool to accelerate you. And that's exactly what we're doing. I'm not making a calculated bet based on market analysis. I'm following the same instinct that I did when I started Circle.cloud, or when I got into DJing, or when I was making music. The instinct that says, this feels right. This is what I should be doing right now. This is the work I'm meant to do. Am I a dreamer? Maybe. Am I delusional? Possibly. But I am focused enough to keep going until I achieve what I want to achieve. And nothing has ever felt more right. If this resonated and you care about the intersection between business, technology, software, and craft, like and subscribe, and go to axelmolist.com and subscribe to my newsletter as well. I'm documenting everything in this journey: the building, the marketing, the launching, the failures, and hopefully some successes. Not performative build in public content, but real insight from somebody actually doing it. Behind the scenes of what we're building and lessons from running multiple companies. Links are in the description. If you're a founder or CEO, especially one that uses technology in their business, this channel is for you. I share lessons of what I've learned, the mistakes I've made, so you don't have to repeat them. I talk about my journey, my philosophy. If you've ever thought about going all in on something that you love, whether it's software or something else, I hope this video gave you something to think about. Focus is not about doing less, it's about doing the right thing with everything you have. The Think Differently campaign said it perfectly. Never forget this. The people who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are usually the ones who do. See you in the next one.